Spokane, Washington, at the Petro. How y'all doing? Albuquerque, New Mexico, next stop. Well, next delivery. We're going to go to Lewiston, Idaho to pick up our load. And take it to Albuquerque. Nice cool day today, 65 degrees. So we're going to have to force our way into this because they just keep coming. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get her done. So our shop rotated my tires and it solved the issue for a while. My steer tires, and I was running them just fine, but they still tended to show wear on the parts that were already wearing, because they were wearing on the right hand side of the tires. So when we swapped them around, put the wear marks on the left-hand side of the tires. So I had no problem with that, but I was keeping an eye on the tires, and they were still wearing on that now the left side, which was the right side. So since they were still wearing, I was like starting to get nervous. My last video, I was running down I-90 and it would switch. So they would direct us into the oncoming lane over there, the westbound traffic. But actually we were westbound, so it put us on the eastbound. I'm just showing you as an example. But anyway, they we're on a 2-lane highway head to head, and like I have a bit of OCD. Once I start thinking about something, I have to. I can't stop thinking about it. I mean, I can, but what was bothering me was getting a blowout and heading into oncoming traffic. So I'm constantly holding the steering wheel tight when I was in them positions. And it was just stressing me out. Then it was getting to the point to where like the whole tire was good, but the edges, I wasn't sure if it would put me out of service or not. I didn't want that on my record, out of service for worn tires. That's a major, especially steers, that's a major safety issue. I don't want that on my record. I have a really good record. I want to keep it that way. The takes time to build that up, and if you have a good record after a bunch of time, it shows you know what the heck you're doing. Anyway, I talked with the mechanic yesterday, the head mechanic, and I'm like, look, I sent you a picture. What do you think of that tire? I'm supposed to go back to Denver, but I don't know if 100% sure that I'm going to be. I do need an alignment. So he's all like, I was waiting to see what he was going to say, but he's like, well, do you think it'll pass DOT? Do you have a gauge you can do it? I'm like, dude, I sent you a picture. There is no depth to it. The edges are worn off. There's no tread showing. Thread. There's no thread showing. Or tread for that matter either on the edge. So I'm like, there's nothing for me to depth gauge. Here's my scenario. He hasn't redispatched me yet. So after I get done unloading this load, I would like to put new tires on here. I can deal with the alignment later, preferably sooner than later, but I don't feel comfortable driving these tires anymore. Boom! Put 2 brand new ones on last night. It's a load off my mind, I'll tell you, because ultimately, the driver is responsible. You know, if I did have a blowout and caused an accident, they would ask what happened. I run video cameras. You guys all know that. Most of you who watch it, the channel a lot, know that. They would see that I had a blowout. Of course, I would tell them. They would look at the tires. Why were you driving on these tires like this? Oh, we're just trying to get them until we could get them fixed. It's like, no, that's not how it works. I think I might have missed my curve here. No, not yet. Good. Not yet. I don't want to miss it. But anyway, I mean, they would say, well, what are you doing driving this? I don't care what your company says. If they're not going to fix the tires, you do not drive it. You know? You're the one that's responsible for it. So any of you new truck drivers out there, don't let the company dictate to you. Some things they will and they can, but when it comes down to the ultimate last decision, you as a driver are 100% responsible. That's why you do pre-trips and post-trips. If you see an issue, report it, get it fixed. Like I said, those tires, they have 67,000 miles on them. They still had a lot of tread in the center and on the other edges, but one edge just wasn't, I don't know. I didn't like it. Now I can kick back, relax, and not stress about those tires blowing on me. So I take 195 south from Spokane to Lewiston, Idaho. brown delineators there. That brown van just like drove right over it. They do flex. They're all done at the same time. They're ecology students. They're all girls too. Except for the last one. Actually, I couldn't tell. It's hard to tell when they're wearing sunglasses and a hat. Teach them how to work for a living. Work for what they want. So I got into a little debate with this guy that night that I played my drums. Or, yeah, I think it was that night. He was asking these two other guys, because they were pretty verbal, using the N-word to each other. And so he got up in their face and started asking them questions about Trump and stuff, and said he was a civics teacher. He's not anymore, but he was. He made his way around to me, and I'm like, as a civics teacher, how can you not see both sides of something? Oh, he's a racist. Okay. Talking a little bit more, then I turned into being a racist. He called me a racist. Because when you ask them a question they can't answer, you automatically, you're racist. So I'm like, alright. I go, you know what the problem is, bud? You're teaching the kids what to think and not how to think. And that is where your issue, that's where your big mistake was. Your political bias should not have influenced anything. Your political views should not have influenced anything. You should have taught them kids how to think and not what to think. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. You don't really see them very often, but I just saw one. It'll be in the tape. It was a black CTSV all murdered out. I thought I caught it right when it was at my door, and I looked over and I'm like, hey, I know what that is. And I waited till he got back a little bit and I could look at the badging. Can't really read it, but I knew where the V badge sits on the back of those caddies, and I saw a little shine in that right corner of the trunk lid. I saw one on a YouTube guy had it was all flat black, smoke windows, black wheels, everything was blacked out on that car. Man, it looked sick. But then I guess he did a whole bunch of performance additions to the V already. I mean, it comes stock with 640 horsepower and he upped it. Put in a new cam kit, a new intake, a new blower. Other odds and ends he did to that engine. supposed to be on this highway. Look at no trucks. Oh, next right. You see that in California a lot. No trucks. Quit buying stuff and you will not see trucks. As long as you keep buying stuff, you're going to keep getting trucks. Because if you got it, the truck brought it. At one point or another. I saw a sign on it, not a sign, but some lettering on a truck. And I'm glad I didn't hear it. I nosed in last night because I didn't want to be by a reefer or an APU. But I woke up this morning and I was rolling up my window shades, sliding it back actually, and I could hear the damn reefer going, and it was a guy just right here to my left. He nosed in as well. He nosed in on a reserved parking, and his reefer was going. Not the reefer, the APU. Thank God I couldn't hear it. At least when I was sleeping, anyway. If he'd have been there at night before I went to bed, I would have ended up moving because, like I said, I have OCD and I can't stand. Once I hear something like that, I can't unhear it. It starts to bother me. But I can sleep next to a running truck. That's the weird part. Anyway, on the truck side of his truck, he said, "Prisoner of the highway." Sometimes I've thought about it. It's almost like a prison. Being out on the highway all the time, but I enjoy it, and I guarantee you, an actual prisoner would love being a prisoner of the highway. I got a kick out of that. Know what the speed limit is. I haven't been paying attention. I do know in Washington State it's 60 for tractors, tractor trailer. But I know when we first got on the highway it was 55. Remember in the 70s, and they dropped the speed limit nationwide to 55. They're like, stay alive. 55, stay alive. They did that to bring the fuel mileage up so you don't consume so much energy. Because there was a shortage back then. Now, Utah, a lot of highways are 80 mile per hour. A lot of highways out west are 80. They're still conservative in the east. I've seen a few of my videos where the raindrops get on the windshield. When I'm watching it, I'm thinking to myself, why don't I have the windshield wipers going? Clearing the windshield. I don't know why it doesn't look that bad when you're driving. As bad as it does while you're watching. Set this to automatic. Intermittent. This is the 195 southbound. There was a place in Washington State, I don't know, maybe I should look it up. When I was a kid, we lived in Washington State for a couple of years. We call it Herfy's, H-E-H-E-R-F-Y-S, Herfy's. I'm gonna have to look that up and see if they're still around. No, I didn't spot any on the highways. So we're gonna go, I think 95 south, which I've never taken that highway south. It's always been northbound. But the last time I was on it, water was running pretty high. It was springtime. So might have to get a line wet or two. Not going to make my doctor's appointment on Monday because this load delivers on Monday. Like I already told my dispatcher, I need to get back to Denver, but now that I have tires, it's not imperative. I still have my doctor's appointment, but I can reschedule that. If need be, because he said he's having a hard time getting loads out of that area. That's why I'm deadhead miles. Deadhead for the company, but I still get paid for it. 110 miles. To pick up a load because there wasn't nothing out of there. But I told him, I go, if you have to send me somewhere else just to get me rolling, I'm okay with that. I can reschedule my appointment. It's for my cardiologist. I want to go see him because I want to see the numbers and talk with him a little bit. When I had my heart attack, I wasn't that proactive about it. I continued to keep smoking cigarettes, and I thought, well, they got it, they fixed it, so I'm all good. There's more to it than that, so I've been getting more proactive in dealing with it. See, if you blow a tire and it pulls you to the left right now, it's like That's what was bothering me so bad. It's stressful. There's enough stress in this job as it is. You want to try to eliminate as much as you can. That's why when I first started driving and I'd be in the city, like when I was up in Syracuse or other places, that's really stressful as a rookie driver. But after you put some years down, it's not that big a deal to go in those areas. I don't stress about it no more, I'll say that. But those tires, it stresses the hell out of you. So yeah, I want to make another appointment and get that straightened out. It's just a checkup is all it is, so it's not an imperative one, but I still want to get there. So if it was all green, clear blue sky, it looked like Windows XP, right? That's wheat on the left-hand side, but I don't know what that is on the right. It's like weeds on the right. Beautiful day in the hood. Looks like that rain's coming down pretty hard in front of us over there. blades on, huh? Probably about another month. We'll be having some fun in the snow. Got a green hauler up here. I'll make this video a little bit shorter than normal. I'll do some more of this trip. Up on this ridge, see what's up over this hill here. More rolling hills. So in the meantime, thanks for riding shotgun. Enjoy the rest of your day. Until the next time, enjoy. Peace.